Okay, we're on this video on Sunday the 28th of July 2024, just gone 1:41 AM Chicago time. Do hope you are doing well. So it's the weekend, time for another weekend futures market recap. We'll go through 15 of the largest futures markets and I'll show you what I'm seeing on my charts. And holy hell, what a week that was. Huge volumes, huge ranges, huge volatility everywhere. So hope you traded it well. And we also got a signal this week on the E-mini that we've been waiting and waiting for. And can you believe it's 438 trading days ago that we last saw one of these. Can't believe it's been that long. But anyway, we're going to talk about that on the E-mini and the charts in a minute. So having teased you about that, I have a couple of notes, a personal note and a housekeeping note. The personal note is to thank everybody who sent messages and left comments on the last video saying get well soon after my little surfing mishap a couple of weekends ago. I'm definitely on the mend, which is good, back in the water, which is all good. I'm just blessed with some really good people on this channel and followers of Emini-Watch. So thank you to everybody for that. It means a lot to me. And secondly, a housekeeping note. I thought I'd bring this up because I had a couple of questions this week from subscribers, and the answers to those questions were actually covered in this new part of the subscriber your account page. If you're a subscriber to the Better Indicators, this is what your account page looks like. It's got a few sections on it. It's got the installation video, the installer, obviously, a getting started video that needs to be updated, but it's not bad. We've got some other downloads and so on, and then some release notes. But we've recently added a new section here. So when you subscribe to the indicators, you're sent an email once a day for 10 days, just an onboarding email with some extra information to help you along. So if you're already a subscriber to the indicators, you can log into your account. You can go look at each of these emails that new subscribers now get in terms of an onboarding sequence. And they're just helpful tips and tricks. Choosing the right instrument for your charts, critical configuration tips, tick charts versus minute charts, customized settings for different markets, how to configure alerts for the Better Indicators, the exclude time and use upticks settings. Only two little nuances to using the Better Indicators. Mostly they're just set and forget. You add them to your charts, use the default settings, you don't have to worry about anything. But there are two particular ways that you can use the settings to customize your charts, and these are explained in this particular day's email. So if you open that up, you're sent to a copy of the email. We talk about those settings and how they work on the Better Indicators. That was pretty useful information for people who didn't know it. Are the professionals buying or selling? What market should I trade? Conditions for trade entries and exits. And then lastly, is trading more art than science? So anyway, just a little housekeeping note for the current subscribers. You can log in and you can review those emails and see if some of that information might be useful to you. So let's get to the charts. E-mini charts first, daily all the way down to the 15-minute and 13,500 tip bar chart. And this is what I'm talking about. We have not seen since here, October 24th, 2022, bang, blue professional bars. We haven't seen a blue professional bar in 438 trading days on the daily chart of the E-mini. Extraordinary, really, it's been that long. But normally you'd see them every few weeks or few months popping up here. But we've been in this uptrend all that time, having had big pro bars, so the background's in blue and the bars are blue. That means that's extra high average trade size, so that's super important. Buying this dip down here, what is that, just under 4,000 on the E-mini. And then since then we've been in this strong uptrend ever since. And I've been going on for months and months saying this uptrend will not be over until we see at least blue professional bars, usually on the way up. And what we've got now is blue professional bars coming in on the dip. We had some nasty days down today. I think we had a over 2% down day on the, was that the Tuesday this week, and that caused the blue professional bars to come in. We had big volumes going through an extra high average trade size. Sorry, these were high average trade size, not extra high average trade size. So this is not like a signal with the big pro bars back here with the background in blue. This is just regular pro bars, so professional bars. So it's a high average trade size coming in here. And when that little sequence is over, we'll trail the stop up. Now, if these bars have been happening into the highs up here, that would have been professional profit taking out the highs in a blow-off move. But because it's happening on the dip that we've been down for 2 weeks, and they've come in at the end of this week, they're buying up the dip. Professionals buy low, sell high. obviously, and we'll trail this stop up. Now, whether this week's activity is all done on the downside and we're just going to rip higher, we'll wait and see. We'll go through the charts and I'll show you what the levels are that I'm looking at. But as soon as those blue professional bars, that sequence is finished, the trailing stop will be trailed up underneath that, and that's a stair-step trade. It's the first one that we've seen since the breakout that we had almost 2 years ago now. So there we go. That's important. And 438 days is just an extremely long time between seeing the last blue professional bar. And on the daily chart, better sine wave down here. Remember, we've got a cross coming up here. So we've crossed at the end of this week the fast line on the thinnest lines here. So that's the lowest time frame. The fast line has crossed above the slow line here. So we're looking for, we've got the timing is potential for a support level to come in, which would be nice if that comes in the next couple of days. That'll put us in a nice little pullback in an uptrend level there on the daily chart, and we'll continue to break higher. So the 135-minute chart, here we go. We've got the big pro bars coming in here on this dip because the background is in blue. Big pro bars is showing that on the next time frame up, blue bars have come in here. So we had our exhaustion buy with Rambo patterns, which is unstable. We sold off from there and we've come back up. Now what I'm seeing on all of these minute charts of the mini here is the momentum values are all positive into this dip. So that's interesting. Watch out for that. We've overshot the support on the lowest time frame here, likely to be caught by support on the next highest time frame because these are crossing here on the 135-minute chart there. And that's likely to be a pullback in an uptrend, I think. We just need confirmation, getting above this 55.43 level, B1 confirmation. So I'm looking for that in the next day or two. 45-minute chart, here we go. Sell off 2 weeks ago and big pro bars coming back in at the lows. Here's all these blue professional bars coming in, and there's the momentum patterns. They're all showing positive reads, which is kind of good. We've got support in the highest time frame on this time frame, possibly coming in here. We've overshot these levels, so all the bars are in white on better sine wave. So we've got no signs of a change in trend on better sine wave yet, and we've kept on pushing through these support levels here. So we've got to do a little bit of testing in order for us to be bouncing off support levels. That's what we need to see. We need to see bounces off support levels like this. If we're still pushing through support levels, that shows that the market is still weak. We need to be finding support levels like this and bouncing off them. So again, another thing to look for. 15-minute chart, there was all the activity 2 weeks ago. Exhaustion buy, bearish divergence, finally sign of weakness right there at the top. Bang, 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 continued down. We had a brilliant pattern on Tuesday into Wednesday, I think that was, for a continuation of the downtrend here. But here are the blue professional bars coming in here in the last couple of days' activity. The momentum reads have been pretty good, above zero. Could we see an exhaustion sell pattern here? Possibly, to mimic this exhaustion sell, which was getting the move going. So that's a possible pattern there. And again, on better sine wave here, yes, we've had a bounce here off a cyclical support, which is good, showing a little bit of strength on that 15-minute chart there. Let's look for this level here on the intermediate time frame, 55.10, to see if that gets broken on the 15-minute chart with Monday's activity. That'd be nice. Oh, we've got another. Didn't see that one there. There's another little support coming on this time frame. So that's interesting. If that holds, we break up through 55.10, that could be the start of this next leg up. So 13,500 tip bar chart, and this is the signal I want to talk about midweek. Triple resistance comes in. So the background there is in white, which is showing big things happen at triples. So we got a triple pattern. Resistance, low, intermediate time frame, all coming together there, bang. So we're looking for a big break or a big bounce. We get a bounce off that resistance, bang. There's the sign of weakness that comes in on better sine wave. And into that pattern, we had not seen the prior week exhaustion sell down here at the lows. We had Rambo patterns into those lows, showing that the amateurs leading the move. On the Friday, the close of Friday, the blue professional bars come in. We come back up, we have a Rambo to Rambo channel, so the amateurs getting wrong-footed here, market goes the other way and they're like, oh, I should have been buying the bottom instead of selling this down here, and all of a sudden they're buying the breakout here when they should be selling the breakout. So they get wrong-footed again, we've got exhaustion buy, bearish divergence, flush pattern, we roll over, bang, and there's a sign of weakness that happens simultaneously with this sign of weakness here on better sine wave. So a beautiful little pattern going off overnight. I think we had an earnings announcement early, and that's what caused the gap down in the overnight trade, and then just kept on going for the next 2 days until we finally reached a little bit of a bottom here. 54.33, blue professional bars coming in here with a flush pattern down there. So on the 13,500 tip bar chart, we're starting to show some strength here. We've got the backgrounds in red, which shows we're above the trailing stop and better pro-am, so in terms of volume patterns and average trade size, we're showing strength, and the bars are also turning red here with this breakout and here with this breakout here. So let's see, we've got blue professional bars, we'll trail the stop up here. We need to basically get out of this zone here, and let's see if we do that first thing Sunday into Monday. We've got a little bit of strength in Bitcoin over the weekend, which sometimes shows us directionally what is going to happen, but the Bitcoin strength is actually being driven off what Trump is saying at bitcoin.com. I think they've got some get together, and he's kind of being very pro Bitcoin. So there we go, E-mini daily all the way down to the tip bar charts. I think it could be done in terms of damage on the downside. Maybe we'll go for one other test into these lows, but let's wait and see. If we start breaking up through 55.10 here, that'll be an important level there, break us back into an uptrend for a strong week this week. So we go, let us talk about Forex charts. So the Forex charts all sold off. Again, this is our 4-panel view of the markets. We've got the lower time frame here, volume and price, and we've got the higher time frame here, volume and price. And this is the one I like to focus on, gives us what's going on. Last week, big pro bars topped out on the euro. They came in here at this little dip at 109, and then at almost 1980 up here at the highs. You can see the big pro bars getting out and then shorting it at that point. Sign of weakness, bang, bang, bang. And we have not seen blue professional bars at the lows, bang, bang, bang. Amateur bars down here, so we're bouncing off theirs. I'm actually short euro at the moment this weekend. Although the background's in red, we're above this trailing stop. We've had exhaustion buy, bearish divergence. We haven't had the exhaustion sell signals on the downside. And in terms of volume patterns, we're beneath support here. We could be coming up and rolling over. Let me just switch that on, just see how close we are to rolling over there. We'll turn on this, and there we go. So the highest time frame here, we've had a cross. The fast line, the red, has crossed beneath the slow line, the blue line here. So we're looking for a cyclical resistance on the highest time frame on the 1500 tip bar chart. So that cyclically is showing an area that we're finding it difficult to get through, and all of this activity here is all amateur up bars into these highs. So euro looking weak. British pound, same thing. British pound, no exhaustion sell, no blue professional bars, topped out with a Rambo pattern here, had a little bit of a bounce here and here off Rambo patterns, but not a lot of blue professional bars coming at the lows, no exhaustion sell, so we're still in the downtrend on British pound. Aussie dollar sold off nastily. Look at this. So we turned from uptrends with a background in red into downtrends with a background in grey. Exhaustion buy, bearish divergence, that's been a 2-week sell-off from 68s down to 65s, and we're bouncing off Rambo patterns down here. Again, no exhaustion sell down here, no blue professional bars down here, just the amateurs got a little bit too excited at 65, and then we're bouncing from there, so they're having a little bit of trouble here, a bit of a Rambo to Rambo channel. So let's see if that rolls over and continues down through 65 too. Japanese yen. Japanese yen had a strong week. A little bit of yen short covering on the yen carry trade here. So we had at the beginning of the week big pro bars buying this breakout, and then at the end of the week selling it up here at 66.25, and we rolled over. So we're under the lip at the moment here, just waiting for this to roll over and continue down. So that's Japanese yen. 10-year. So this week's activity, here's big pro bars. So the end of last week or mid last week, big pro bars at the highs, sign of weakness, we sell off. This week, big pro bars coming at the lows. I mean, it's not huge moves between these highs and lows, decent, but not huge, and they've kind of boarded up here. Rambo patterns testing into that low, and then we're bouncing from there. So it's 10-year. Gold. This week I was long gold into this move here, and I missed my profit target by like $1. And then it took me out at my stop on the way down here. So disappointed by that trade. This is why I was taking the trade, because we had signs of strength here coming up simultaneously, and it looked like it was catching. There wasn't particularly anything at these highs to show that it was going to turn around here, but it basically lined up with the E-mini and the equities markets rolling over here. Anyway, these things happen. That is the game. And into the lows, exhaustion sell, blue professional bars coming in here, broken into an uptrend. So is that enough to save the day on gold and rally from there? It's an area where we've seen support in the past, so potentially gold will be rallying this week. Silver, not quite the same thing. No exhaustion sell down here. These signs of weakness, bang, 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 kept on trailing us down. So we've had some blue professional bars coming at the lows, but it's not a proper exhaustion pattern down here. Starting to break up though. So let's see if silver rallied this week. And here's what I'm talking about with Bitcoin. The rally didn't last long. So this was Trump speaking that he was pro-Bitcoin, and so Bitcoin went for a bit of a run to 69, but blue professional bars kind of came in here and we're coming down below that. Background's in red, so we're still technically in an uptrend, but I don't know. So during the midweek, we had this rally's been nice for Bitcoin. Topped out, big pro bars here, exhaustion buy at that point, roll over, and it's amateur bars, and then followed up by blue professional bars. So 66.8 will be the level that'll start to signal a downtrend if it breaks through there. So that's interesting, and it's, here we go. Big things happen at triples on the better sine wave chart here. So we just need to break through a support there, and that will signal a sign of weakness. Crude, what did crude do? Wasn't really watching this week. So sold off last week, beginning of the week. It's trying to find a bottom, isn't it, down here? Big pro bars come in here, but didn't hold, and then blue professional bars coming at the lows. It's trying to hold, but this is exhaustion sell getting the move going, and then all we've seen is flush, 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 and then exhaustion buy fails, and we turn around. I don't know, we need to get back through 77.5, 78 before this is into an uptrend again. And natural gas, big pro bars here at the lows at $2, rallied into exhaustion buy, bearish divergence, blue professional bars, and we've sold off, so we're coming back down into that zone. Copper, nasty couple of weeks. Look at this, background in grey. For 3 weeks we've been down, and still no exhaustion sell down here, even with all of that activity. We're just bouncing off Rambo patterns, Rambo to Rambo channel. If it goes through 408, it'll be another leg down to see where this comes in. So not good for copper. And lastly, the ags. So corn, trying to find a bottom down here. Big pro bars coming in, but exhaustion buy, bearish divergence. That looks like we're going to continue down. Sell this thing off. Let's just see it, the pattern. Yeah, here we go. On better sine wave. So we've come into resistance, sign of weakness. None of these supports are holding. The bars are white. We're in a downtrend on corn. Soybeans into the highs, big pro bars, bearish divergence, sign of weakness, lovely little under the lip trade, amateur bars, thinking it was going to break up under this lip formed by the trailing stop, bang, selling off. But some exhaustion sell, some big pro bars coming in at the lows, not yet finding a support. We're still breaking through supports here on better sine wave. And lastly, our good friend wheat. Wheat here, big pro bars, bearish divergence, flush, another little beautiful under the lip pattern here. Nice thing about those trades, if you can find little amateur up bars into those, the stop that you can put on that is so tight. It's really nice as a little trade. But anyway, so sells off, blue professional bars coming back in at that previous level. So let's see what's going to happen to wheat this week. So there we go. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too long this week. Hope your trading is going well. Exciting times at the moment. So looking forward to next week's trade.